sportsmanship be upheld by all spectators, players, and coaches. And also, folks, a reminder that this game is
Welcome
being
to Sioux
streamed
Park Stadium
on GoRaidersLive.com. Good luck to both teams, and go Raiders.
as we bring you girls high school soccer action. Tonight features the visiting St. Thomas More Cavaliers and the host Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Brought to you subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, LiveTicket.tv, and YouTube Stevens Raiders. We are joined tonight with a host of Raiders that are a part of the Stevens Sports Network, and they will be helping bring this broadcast to you tonight. So very excited to have them here. As you can see, we have a little cutout of the scoreboard in the frame, and we are going to train and learn how to put the time clock in there for these new producers. So I will keep time, and we will get things moved around. And don't fret. We're here to make sure this is going to be a good experience for you all. So
1936.
okay, so we want the bottom to be.
On the pitch for the Raiders, number 19, Caitlin Shute. Number 36, Greta Sundahl.
What are you doing? That's all you. What are you doing?
What's that?
There's feedback, so much feedback.
Two.
It's
11.
Please make sure.
Raider goal number 11, Ava Holdsworth.
Now they're doing. You got your microphone off, but I heard you coming out of something. Okay, so close it now and switch just the clock.
There's still feedback.
Is there stuff in there? Let me get over there.
There's so much feedback. There's
What the heck? I don't know.
Okay, let's do this. Sorry about this, but we got some feedback. Test 1, 2. We should be back now. Great. Cavaliers kick it out. A bounce. Again, as we bring you this live stream of Raider Athletics, very excited to have a team of students here from the Stevens Sports Network as they are learning to produce the game. Delaney, Avery, and Danica here today. Holdsworth cuts left. She has it on her left foot. Oh, hits the heel of a Cavalier. Dorman cuts it down. But number 14, off of the touch, Amara Usera, the 8th grader, drives it away. And you can thank these producers for actually being able to follow the ball in a manner that's not me trying to move the camera and commentate. So we can all give them a thumbs up for that. Are we ready to? Okay, so can we close it in the crop so that we only see the time? So go back to that, close it in your crop so you only see the time. Because with the score we should be putting in the scoreboard, which we'll have to update next. We'll do that next. So if you see a score on your screen that's Raiders 25, Bison 16, it's because that as we're learning to get the production set, the best way for these digitally competent students is to learn by doing with this technology. So I appreciate you allowing us to use this platform not only as a streaming service but as a classroom to get these Stevens Sports Network students going, and a good little part-time job for them. Here's a nice ball on the outside. Good weight on that from Holdsworth. That's going to go wide. Brought back in. Oh, just off the foot of Holdsworth. Holdsworth pushed it wide to, that looks like number 19 over on the left side for the Raiders. Caitlin Shute. This one goes out of bounds. Driven out again by the senior captain for the Cavaliers, number 17, Rachel Hyde. click on that arrow. And it should go. Oh, you're already on it. It's already up there. Look at that. Now, let's go to the scoreboard. So I'm just going to take you down to the scoreboard. And now we got to fix all the names and everything. We got to go to this one, though. And Raiders is good, but we don't have 25, and we're playing Cavaliers. And we'll fix the score, and then here we can say girls soccer. Okay? All right. Great job there by our students. So the clock at Sioux Park is still having some difficulties. Lightning strike, once they had it repaired, has it on the fritz again.
Into the game for the Cavaliers, number 12, Holly Solano. And on the pitch for the Raiders, number 5, Addison Ritchie.
So the students have put the clock so you can follow. But again, if there's nothing in there, it's because there's a glitch on the actual scoreboard here at the stadium. And we'll work with you on that. Hyde knocks this one into the corner off the head of, that looks like Sundahl, Greta Sundahl, number 36, playing left back. She's marking number 12, 8th grader Holly Solano. Good work by number 5, the senior for the Raiders, Addison Ritchie. She comes in and just hustles, and just her scoring opportunities and her creation is off a lot of effort combined with skill and just good field awareness. She knows where she's at on the pitch all the time. Reagan, I think, is going to win a corner here. Yep, third corner for the Cobblers. I don't have any marked for the Cavaliers, so I may have missed one as we were updating scoreboard. Senior captain Avery Dorman will set this ball in the corner. It'll swing in. She has a player right in the middle. That's Ritchie guarding the pipe. Holsworth sneaks in, but again, it's there. Shot comes back in. It's loose, and we're going to call an offsides. Flags up. It was either offsides or obstruction because that player was right by the goalie. At any rate, Raiders sent that back in off of a good cross and just a near miss connecting with Dorman connecting with Holsworth, which has been a very fortuitous combination for the Raiders this season and last season. Sarah, the 8th grader midfielder, throws it in.
23 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock.
Good run down the left side by the Cavaliers. That shot's in. Tucker has to knock it away, and Shaw just kicks it to the side. Raiders had more pressure there than I think they realized, and that could have been part of the grass or the turf being wet there, because that ball seemed to skip right off of Tucker. Number 1, the sophomore Faith Hoffman, a good little move there where she let the throw just go through her and move on, but the Raiders were the next player on the pitch to get the ball. Sundahl, she dials into Reagan. Reagan's challenged by number 11, Brianna Solano, the senior, another captain. And Raiders are dispossessed, but Schad will just play it all the way back. Sturkle guides it to Tucker. Tucker calls her off and will go wide to Sturkle. She'll get chased by Hoffman. Sturkle will calmly get it outside to Benson. Benson, a little push up to Dorman. Dorman tries to take the ball on the outside, and it's knocked out of bounds by number 20, Cadence Lester, and she'll knock it out again as the Raiders will have another throw, successive throws for the Raiders. Benson with a good throw upfield to Ritchie. Ritchie plays it in. Oh, hard touch. We'll see if the goalie comes out. Oh, unlucky for Caitlin Shute. The ball was played right at her feet, and she just wanted to give a little nudge for separation. A little too much on it, and The fast pitch just skipped off of it and gave enough space for the keeper to come out. $19 gone in this one. Shoot with a good cross comes in, and right there is Hallsworth, your keeper, waited for the ball a little bit, but calmly handled it. Didn't clear it. Dorman didn't see the goalie off her line, and was marked up there by Solano as well. Shoot will lose it on the outside, and out of there will be number 12. 8th grader Holly Solano, defender, tries to cut the ball back. Dorman's right there. She puts one in. It's going to go off of a Cavalier. Looks like out of bounds, but not for a corner. Raiders to the right side. Hallsworth being marked by 2. Splits defenders. See if she gets the left foot. She does, and just over the crossbar. A good left-footed strike there by Ava Hallsworth. She had time, and she's probably thinking, oh, if I would have just hit it a little more middle. She got a little under it, but what a good strike and a good opportunity on frame for the Raiders as they lead 1-0 with 20 gone in the first.
Stepping onto the pitch for the Raiders, number 32, Berkeley Larson.
Larson will come on for the Raiders. Shoot will go off. Benson with the throw. It's intercepted by Lester, but taken right back by Dorman. She tries to go up the field, but marked by 2. So pretty evident what Coach Stolley and the Cavaliers want to do is use their energy and athleticism to really mark the creating players for the Raiders. There's a nice ball by Horsworth in. Reagan gets it and tried to spread the needle, but right then on Holsworth were 2 Cavaliers that just closed that gap down. Reagan will get over the ball again. She goes short to Amara Reagan. The ball is lost. Ritchie comes out to try to help, but to no avail. Cavaliers try to clear it, and the Raiders are right there at midfield waiting. Benson. Hoffman and her hustle. Very impressive. She's got a good drive on her. Dorman plays the ball up, but again, just too heavy with the tight marking and the, I don't want to say real high line, but the Cavaliers have learned maybe a little bit from watching the Cobbler game where the back line of the Cobblers really tried to keep their line high to not let any Stevens players go direct or any through balls. A lot of them were offside. So play this outside. Benson. Raiders play through the middle. Really looking for the Raiders here to triangulate some passes to get the St. Thomas More defense moving, but haven't done so. They haven't had a lot of space either. Very, very active.
For the Cavaliers, number 18, Brianne Katzenstein.
Active team is the Cavaliers. I would liken it to forechecking in hockey where they're just kind of pressuring every touch the Raiders have about 35 in. That one's headed up by Schad. Out. Benson decides to play it back to Sturkle. Sturkle, the freshman, plays it over to Schad. Schad to Sundahl and out of bounds. Raiders. Hoffman with a good little inside-out move beats Schad. That ball sent in. Cavaliers are there. No shot. And Sturkle calmly clears it. Holsworth, a little inside-outside move, and there goes her speed. Let's see if she can get the ball up the line. She does. Ritchie with the good run and a push. No call. And that's number 10 with a physical tackle there and challenge. Senior captain defender Aaliyah Schur. Let's hope Richie's okay. She gets up limping and moving towards the bench, and it looks like there's a player up for her already. That's unfortunate. Hyde puts it up the field. Hoffman with the shot. Tucker has to go down. It was a little awkward. I'm not sure if the skip off the turf, Tucker usually a little more sure than that, but again, I can't tell from here what spin or what knuckleball effect that had. There's a good ball. Goalie comes out. Oh, just got to the ball and had a touch. Coming hard for the Raiders was number 33, Berkeley Larson. 32, Berkeley Larson. Berkeley's a freshman. Just didn't have the pace to catch up to the ball, but that ball was as perfectly weighted as that could be to beat the defender, yet not go right to the goalie to give Larson a chance. So let's give credit to that through ball. Hoffman, she's been a handful for the Raiders. Good turn. Marked well there by Larson that time. She'll get it right back off the deflection. She just rolls the ball in, and Tucker will let that one go out of bounds, and goal kick for the Raiders.
Number 13, Braden Baird.
Baird comes back in. Braden Baird, number 13, sophomore, will come in for Richie. 25 and change gone in this one. 14 and a half left. Raiders 1, Cavaliers 0. Raiders have had some chances. There's another overlapping ball. Larson there. Again, the pace, the Cavaliers caught up to it. Dorman, let's see if she winds up and takes a shot. She does. Shot. Hits the crossbar. Lifted the crossbar. You saw the wheels come up, and a good quality strike. And now another strike and a save by the 7th grader, Bella Oberlo. So 2 chances on frame for the Raiders. One unlucky. Oberlo was beaten, but the crossbar was there. And then the chance from Reagan, Oberlo was up to the task, and we have a flag is up, but the referee is letting the play go on, and it must be an offsides. Okay. Perfect. There's another nice run down the right side by Hoffman. Faith Hoffman, the sophomore. Impressive player. Faith was a part of the U19 NPL team that represented the Rapids in the national tournament just north of Denver in Commerce City at the Colorado Rapids Soccer Complex, and part of that national championship team. So Faith, definitely a good player, and definitely knows some of the Raider players, as they also shared the pitch with Faith at that tournament. Lost possession, kind of tried to go back in. A little bit heavy on the touch. And the Raiders seem a little tired from their Thursday to Tuesday soccer extravaganza. And the second half against Central was a hard fought game. And of course, when you travel to a later time zone and then play the number 1 team, you're gonna exhaust a lot. No excuses. That's just fact. And they look a little tired. Throw that one into space. Dorman tried to collect it. Ball up in the air. Baird challenging. Sundahl there to support. Baird still on the ball. She does a nice job. She gets it around Hoffman, and it's going to go back all the way to Sturkle. Let's see if Sturkle switches fields. She does over to Benson. Benson now will take the ball on the dribble. Good job by her to cut an angle, but Cavaliers are there. I believe that's number 10, the senior captain. Sure, that stepped in and stopped that attack. Sturkle. All the way over to Schad. Schad plays up. Tries to get to Baird. It goes over to number 32, Larson. And she plays it up, but to a Cavalier. And there's a good challenge by Sundahl on Solano. And Sundahl will win the throw after that hustle challenge. Good job there. Now in the Cavaliers is number 8, Maddie Hayes, 8th grader. Comes out of that one is Larson. Larson. It's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders. And Dorman will once again go to the corner. Baird now will front the keeper. And Holsworth looks to make her run from the back of the box in. There she is. Reagan is there. Hits off of Reagan. Benson drives one in. It's low. It comes off, and it's going to be another corner for the Raiders. That's number 5 for the Raiders. I have tallied 0 for the Cavaliers. Dorman now will come to the near side. Get a good look at the senior captain, number 7, Avery Dorman, also part of the NPL championship team. She'll swing this one out. Baird again on Oberlo. Goes low, tries to tuck it in. Not there. Comes right back out to her. Little deke. Let's see if Reagan takes a shot. She does. Goes to the box. Hits a Cavalier. No Raiders were there. And Hoffman heads the ball up, but shot will work it out. And flicked on by Benson, but right to Lester. Tried to find Hoffman, and Shaw just kind of guided down and then kicked the ball up the line. When it bounced, Hoffman stays on the ball. She has a cut, goes down, no call. Oh, no, there is going to be a call. It's going to be a penal. I didn't see much. They're going to mark the spot here. Looks like they're going to call it a penalty kick. Go ahead and zoom in so we can kind of see that action. You don't have to turn it too much. Oh, you can't reach it? I hear you. I think that's good right there. Let's see who's over the ball. That looks like number 20, Cadence Lester. Tucker in the box. Winds up, takes it. Good! Lester will go level. Wipe away the clean sheet for the Raiders.
Cavalier goal for number 20, Cadence Lester.
And in the 32nd minute, the penalty given. Hoffman drew that penalty in the box. A penal was given, and the
Number 4, Meredith Lehman.
center referee put the ball on the spot, and the sophomore midfielder, number 20, Cadence Lester, drove it into the side netting to Tucker's right, and we're level at 1.
Number 7, Monica Moran.
And let's see if the Raiders here with 8 minutes and change find some energy and have a sense of urgency here as they try to regain lead. There's a shot and goal! What a response by number 13 with the left foot.
Goal.
Braden Baird.
Braden Baird.
Also in the 32nd minute. Well weighted, little bit of top spin over the goalie into the back of the net. And coaches Usera and English hope that is the spark the Raiders need to end this half with a sense of urgency and maybe just putting more balls on frame. Dorman plays it back. Push to the middle of the shot. See if they can get a build up here. Shot a little wide to Lehman and out of bounds. Lehman hustled for it, but a little heavy on the pass and out of bounds. Sarah will throw it in. She'll come right back in with hustle. Got to the ball before Larson there. Number 17's on the ball. That's another senior captain, Rachel Hyde. She'll drive it in. They'll drive it towards down the left side. Working the left side now. It's not Hoffman. That's number 18. Kazatzstein. This one's cut in, kept right on the Vaughn. Larson gets a toe on it. What a great job by Ava Holsworth to cut that ball back. Looked like a handball, not given. Reagan stays on the ball. What a beautiful ball by Holsworth, and Larson, bad luck for her. Just couldn't get there. And when she did, it was the ball just took a quick touch off the turf, and she had to half volley it almost. It was a really quick boom, boom, and just didn't get all of it. So another good attack by the Raiders, and good work going on here on the left side by number 32, Berkeley Larson for the Raiders, the freshman. Good speed there by the Raiders. All three recovering players beat the Cavaliers the ball. This time Sebo knows Holsworth's right on her and doesn't want to take a chance to the inside. So she'll just knock it out of bounds. Good, smart play there with only 6 minutes left by senior defender number 3, Miley Sebo. And shout out and lots of Raider love and prayers go out to Miley's dad, Scott Sebo. We're with you, Siebes. No foul there. A little bump in there. There's a good block to keep the ball in their half by number 22, Zoe Raby for the Raiders. And the Raiders, since the goal, have kept the ball in the Cavalier half. And it looks like Sundahl almost had it, but right backing her up was Amora Reagan. And Raby will step in. Holsworth, she goes middle. Holsworth cuts the ball back, and Baird was just not quite ready to get on the move. That was, Holsworth took it to the middle, cut it back to the outside with her left foot. Now a good ball in. And the Raiders are there, and again, unlucky. Berkeley Larson is in the exact right spot, and that one just skimmed off the top of her head. Very impressive field awareness and positioning for the freshman, number 32, Berkeley Larson. Just skimmed off her head, and a good ball played in by number 13, the sophomore, Braden Baird. Raiders really, since their second goal, have got a little more sharp here. Giveaway there in the middle. Lester chips one up to Usera, but too far out of bounds. Once again, you're joining Raider Girls Soccer on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv. This production being brought to you by the Stevens Sports Network and the Stevens students running the camera and the production, keeping up the score, all those things so that you can have a good viewing experience. And, of course, due to the generosity of our sponsors, Raider Athletics is brought to you subscription-free. Dorman turns, a good turn. Up the sideline is going to be Sundahl. She's going to run it down. Nice hustle by Sundahl. See if she gets a little turn move. She tries, but steady defending by number 18, Kazatzstein. And, they're going to give that to the Cavaliers. Well, the official's right down there, so Sebo will throw it in. Dorman with a turn. Let's see if she gets space to take a shot. She does. Goal! Dorman. And I hope she's okay as she followed through. The St. Thomas More defender leg got caught up with Avery Dorman. And in the 37th minute, Dorman with the goal. Raiders 3, Cavaliers 1. And you could just see Dorman, the senior captain, trying to just get enough space to put the ball on frame. And she did, and it was enough to beat the 7th grader Bella Oberlo into the side netting. She dove for it, but didn't have a chance on that well-played shot. Dorman drives this one low again. It looked like a handball. No call. Holsworth goes down in the box, and yes, we're going to have a penalty. First of all, it looked like a handball in the box, not called, and then Holsworth went to get on the ball, and both of her legs kind of were taken out. And the Raiders will set the ball, and number 28, the 8th grader, Maura Reagan, will try to put the Raiders up by 3. Shot, good, goal.
Raider goal, number 28.
High and to the keeper's right. Wasn't quite in the side netting, but was hit with enough pace and velocity that didn't matter. That's really tough for keepers that have to guess the right way. And then most of them, especially if they're not very tall, they're not going to be able to react to that ball. And where Amara placed that, not quite to the side netting, but high and hard, that's just impossible to stop by the keeper. And off the penalty kick in the 38th minute, we're going to mark Raiders 4, Cavaliers 1. 1.5 to go here. Maura Reagan knocked off the ball. Good work there by the Cavaliers. Good challenge in the middle. Sturkle comes up with a good tackle. And this ball goes long and wide. Had some space over there. The ball was just played a little wide. Sarah tries to climb it down. Nope, she can't. Handball goes quick to Dorman. Dorman is dispossessed by Lester, who's been very instrumental in the Cavaliers game here. Dorman puts one in left-footed. Bear tracks it down. Dorman stays on it. See if she tries to go into Holsworth. She does. She lines this one hard. Sundall's there. Sturkle comes up from the back. Lester was going to mark for the Cavaliers. Good challenge there by Amara Reagan that knocks the ball away from the Cavaliers momentarily. But good work up the sideline and just ran out of room was number 18, sophomore midfielder Cadence Lester. Cavaliers have done a nice job. The back line, I know they've given up 4 goals, but this is a tough Raider attacking midfield and forwards that they're hard to defend. The senior defender, number 3, Miley Sebo's done a great job for the most of this half. She's been on the same side as Raider standout goal scorer Ava Holsworth. Also doing a nice job back there, captains Rachel Hyde and number 10, Aaliyah Schur. So at the half, your St. Thomas More Cavaliers 1 and your Rapid City Stevens Raiders 4. Goals for the Raiders in the 10th minute, Ava Holsworth. And then the Cavaliers, off of a penalty kick won by the hardworking sophomore Faith Hoffman, number 1, make things level, erase the clean sheet for the Raiders and Nora Tucker with a PK in the 32nd minute. In that same 32nd minute, the Raiders respond with a nice goal from distance from sophomore Braden Baird. And then the Raiders got another one a few minutes later in the 37th minute. Senior midfielder and captain Avery Dorman just found enough space to put one into the far corner side netting, beating Oberlo. And in the 38th minute, just 2 minutes before the end of the half, 8th grader number 28, Amora Reagan, who has been stepping up to be the PK taker, puts one high and wide into the back of the net. With the PK, Raiders lead 4-1. Will be
We have athletes from the Autism Society practicing their skills and showing off their ability to score a goal.
So shout out to the Black Hills Autism Society, as a lot of members of their crew, as you can see in the camera, take some soccer practice and work with some of the players to get some skills and just have some fun. So great job by both entities, Rapid City Stevens and the Black Hills Autism Society, to get these kids together to just have a little fun out there during halftime. We'll be back. We'll be back for the start. We'll be back for the start of the second half after the word from our...
By accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. That's why we offer a fully transparent buying process and a 14-day exchange program, because we care about Rapid City, the community we've been serving for generations, and plan to serve for many more. McKee Ford. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at mckeeford.com.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers is a trusted real estate advisor in the Black Hills. She brings precision, dedication, and clear communication to every transaction. Melissa focuses on service, not sales, always putting her clients first. She's also passionate about supporting local youth activities, helping to strengthen communities and build a brighter future for our kids. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Melissa is here to guide you every step of the way. Stop in or call Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers today.
Welcome back to Sioux Park Stadium and high school soccer as your Stevens Raiders lead 4-1 over the St. Thomas More Cavaliers. Stevens took the early lead. The Cavaliers, though, on a penalty kick by Cadence Lester, the penalty kick given due to a foul earned by, or a penalty in the box earned by the hustling Faith Hoffman of the Cavaliers, leveled it at 1. And then the Raiders got a little sense of urgency, a little more sharp on their passes and their finishes, and ended the half on a PK goal by 8th grader Amora Reagan. Call made there. That looks like it's going to be a free kick for the Cavaliers as Tucker looks like she's going to have to line up a wall here. Oh, no, they're going to send it back. I thought it was a free kick, but that was after the official decided to play the advantage. The next touch went to the Raiders, so number 17 over the ball for the Cavaliers. Senior captain Rachel Scheid, she puts it in the box. Tucker grabs it as she could feel the oncoming sprint of number 1, Faith Hoffman, and didn't want to take chances and just collected the ball. Baird now handles the ball. Hard touch. Benson's there. Baird wheels back, plays it back to Schad. Schad's going to play it over to Sturkle. Nope, she decides to go switch field to Lehman. Lehman up to Dorman. Dorman wanted to go give and go. Lehman's there. She goes down, and that's going to be a whistle. She's fouled there by number 4, Ellen Palmer. Quick retake. Dorman takes it on the dribble. She'll turn and get it to Lehman. Lehman looks to switch fields, but decides to go middle. Schad cuts back to Amora Reagan, all the way back to Sturkle. Lehman Cuts it back. Intercepted. Shot. Dangerous height on it. It was like a field goal, but was dropping down. And as you could see in your frame, it didn't go that far over. So the Raiders looked like they were very intentional in passing and triangulating, but went flat across the middle and dispossessed again. This time Sturkle and Schott are there. Here comes another lob shot, and this one's way higher than the other one, but we've seen teams do that in the past. If the Raider keepers are not the tallest, they'll try to just lob it over their head. Sturkle now tries to play through middle, dangerous, but gets it up. But the high line is there, and Lester had a handball. Didn't mean to, but it came up and hit her right on the wrist as there was a little bit of a heavy touch. Lehman has some room up the side, cuts it back nicely, right back to Lehman. Good ball there from Baird. She goes upfield, and running that on is Shoot, I believe. Shoot will cut it in with the left, and goes off of the more outside part of her foot there. Just didn't get a good feel on that ball. Cavaliers will send it out of their own end. They'll send it up towards number 4, sophomore Ellen Palmer. She plays it up to number 18. She's dispossessed, and then just Raiders go over the top. Cavaliers first to the ball. Sturkle doing a nice job shoulder to shoulder, and she'll fend off number 18, sophomore midfielder Brianna Kazatsteen for the Cavaliers, who's done a nice job tonight. Sturkle again will poke that one away. Dorman comes out of it. Challenged by Lester. She'll lose it to her. Halsworth comes back to help, and it's going to go off of Halsworth. Sebo, the senior, will throw it in. Good throw to Kazatsteen, and she puts it in, but the Raiders send it out. Really kind of a change of possession. Giving challenge over there is Maddie Hayes for the Cavaliers. 2 Cavaliers go down. And number 19, Caitlin Shute, will just peel that back. Some loose possessions in the middle of the field, loose touches, and by both teams here as they settle into the second half. 6 gone in this second half. Raiders lead 4-1. Dorman now marking Lester. She gets it out to Usera. Hard touch, challenged by Dorman. Dorman's going to come away with it. A little through ball. There's there. Holsworth's on it. Let's see if she can get the touch. She does. Shot. Just hits the pipe and comes back into play. The 7th grader, Bella Oberlo, was beaten. And Holsworth ball, how it didn't sneak in. It was bending a little bit outside. So that's what caused it to hit the pipe, the far post. And came out. No Raiders there on the follow because the through ball was a really good one by Dorman. And there was no one up front. So good job there. Sebo goes out. It's going to be a throw-in for the Raiders. No foul there. Holsworth gets a bump from Usera. Get a little more physical. Holsworth drives one in, goes across towards the top of the box, and no Raiders on the far side as Shute made her way to the middle looking for the cross. Substitution for the Cavaliers. Looks like Hoffman will stay in. Solano will come in for Kazatsteen, and Hoffman will move to that right side where she's dangerous on the outsides no matter where she is. And here she comes in the middle of the right side, and on cue using her speed. Good angle there by Sturkle. And Schott will just escort this one out of bounds for a goal kick. Hoffman had a head of steam going, and Sturkle just held her ground and knocked the ball off of Hoffman for a goal kick. Good job by Lehman to get it up. Halsworth's there. Sebo had a touch. Now it's back to Baird. Baird getting challenged by Lester, who's done a nice job with challenges through the middle of the field. Benson, Holly Benson, the senior, will come up and take the throw. She goes down the line to shoot with a good turn. See if she can get the ball inside. She does. See if the Raiders can get a shot. They do, but it's over the pipe. Hit the football crossbar, but high. On frame, but high. And the Raiders, with another attack, they'll look to keep possession in the Thomas More half. Benson keeps it in. Little touch by Reagan. Benson stays on the ball. Good pursuit by her of the ball. Baird gets a little chop up to shoot. See if she has a space. Nope, Lester's there to push it out of bounds with the left foot. And the Raiders will reset here and try to build up another attack here. Raiders substitution. It looks like Larson's going to be coming back in. Benson challenges. She'll cut it in the middle. Good ball to Halsworth. Halsworth working. Turns, shot, goal, and she was taken down. Even marked by 3. Benson with a nice assist from across. How she found Halsworth. Great field sense there by the senior defenseman number 2, Holly Benson, feeding the goal-scoring machine, Ava Holsworth. And in the 50th minute, Raiders up 5, Cavaliers 1. Again, that assist goes to senior defender number 2, Holly Benson. And the Raiders reset right away with Dorman. Dorman will look up to Baird. Baird will come across to Larson. Nice give and go, and here's the triangulated passing that we were looking for. Larson with the cut on the ball. Another cut on the ball. Too hard of a touch. Out of bounds goal kick. But that's the kind of buildup the Raiders are looking for, more than just trying to force the ball through the middle. This one comes out. Good job of trapping the ball there by Lester. She tries to get it wide, but Lehman read that the whole way and comes and gets a toe on it. Holsworth can't get it before it goes out of bounds, but a good effort. Sebo. Good throw right into Lester. And we're going to have a handball. Second time that's happened to Cadence Lester, number 20. Quick restart. Weren't ready on the left foot again. Holsworth cuts it back in. No one's there. Can Reagan get a turn? No. We're going to have a penalty. No. We have, yes. It looks like Halsworth got taken down in the box. This will be the second PK. And now Meredith Lehman, number 4. The sophomore defense person. Lehman over the ball. Left-footed, strike. Opposite side, goal. No chance for the keeper, Oberlo, as the sophomore defender, number 4, Meredith Lehman, with the left foot, goes to the near side netting with a bend. Wow, what a pretty shot. Bent inside the post nearest to us into the side netting. That's impossible to stop. That is Chastain-like. Great take there. Brilliant take by the sophomore Meredith Lehman. Raiders 6. Cavaliers 1. Hoffman had a great game here for the Cavaliers. Gets it up to Solano. Solano right back. They send it in. Oh, just an unlucky bounce there for the Cavaliers. Holly Solano, the 8th grader, was there, but that bounce just kind of took it over. Good job there by Sundahl to push that one up. The Raiders pressing and force the Cavaliers. And number 17, I believe, that's Rachel Hyde back there, just had to reset and take that one out of bounds. No, that was Sebo. This ball comes in. Holsworth thinks about a run on it. Ritchie was there as well. Now in for the Raiders, number 5, senior forward Addison Ritchie. She's fun to watch. Keep an eye on her. She's going to make some things happen in there. That one gets through, like both Ritchie and Holsworth stuck a leg out trying to slow it down, and ball goes away. This one's sent deep over Dorman, and that's number 4, Palmer. Played back to Sturkle. Sturkle, pressure from Hoffman. Plays it back to the middle. To Reagan. She's got space to build up. This could be dangerous. She's got on the move. Lester to Ritchie. Ritchie pops it back into Holsworth. Holsworth's there with a little touch. Goal! Holsworth read it. It was a high bounce.
Goal number 11, third on the day, Ava Holsworth.
And the speed of Holsworth allowed her to beat Oberlo to the ball, and just in midair, the long jump champion, the Class AA long jump champion in midair, quality finish with her right foot over the goalie into the back of the net. Raiders lead 7-1. Ava Holsworth, a hat trick. And I believe that was Amora Reagan off of that run that had the assist.
Number 18, Emma Kenyon.
Thank you. 53rd minute for Ava Holsworth's hat trick goal, as the Raiders now kind of got out of the first half doldrums coming out of all those games we talked about, and now are have things dialing. Good turn by Hoffman, but the Raiders were there. The Raiders with a host of new players, keeping fresh legs and giving a well-earned rest to their teammates. Emma Kenyon, the senior, like she's going to be directing traffic in the back along with the senior defender Ashwini Paudel. Winnie Paudel back there with Emma. Good to see the two seniors back there directing traffic for the Raider defense. Their experience will be welcome. Of course, Meredith Lehman back there with them, who's played most this year, and number 15 now, Louise Kierstad. Dorman turns, poked away. Larson's there, plays it back. Kierstad was just going to play the ball towards the goal, but guess who? The hustling Faith Hoffman, who has not stopped hustling, knocks the ball away now from Amora Reagan. Dorman dispossessed there. Well, it was more of a challenge, but Raiders lost the ball for a moment. Lehman recollects it. She got kicked on the hustling. Marita Gentris came through and just, I think she might have inadvertently stepped on Meredith's toe, but Meredith's okay. Kenyon out to Lehman. Potto directs traffic back there. Dorman with a touch. Too hard. Lehman sends it up top to Ritchie. Ritchie works. Good battle there with Ritchie and Rachel Hyde. Two good players. Captain Hyde wins that one and sends it up for the Cavaliers, but right back to Ritchie, who comes back and pokes the ball to Larson. Larson tries to go with the through ball, but right there is Lester for the Cavaliers. Hoffman on a turn, good turn, cut back in. Amara Reagan is there, right to Dorman. Dorman, let's see if she's got time to lay a ball down. She does. Ritchie tries to run on it, but good positioning, good marking positioning by the senior captain and defender, number 17, Rachel Hyde, for the Cavaliers. They'll send it up and out to number 18, Katzestein, who's had a busy night. Brianna Katzenstein, a sophomore midfielder. Played up most of the night. Now it looks like she's settling into midfield, but she's had a busy night along with other Cavaliers that obviously we've mentioned a lot here. Lehman with a good, strong throw down the line. That is one of her strengths for a sophomore. Solid play from her all season. Dorman. Oh, Dorman thought about just one more little touch for separation, and she would have taken a whack at it here. Raiders on the ball. They play it back. Lehman is going to drive one towards goal. It goes off of, let's see who that is in there. That might be Raider number 13 or 23. I can't quite tell. We'll see if we can get him on the comeback here. That shoot and Baird. Yep, that was number 13 that the ball skimmed off. She challenges the Cavalier. They go up the line, but Lehman just lets that go. Podell will come over and make sure it goes out of bounds as number 16, Marita Jensis, was giving chase for the Cavaliers. 21 to go in this one. 7-1 Raiders. Kenyon drives this one upfield to Dorman. Good trap there by Dorman. She has a good little turn and cut. She's getting kind of held there by number 11, Solano, but she gets the ball to the middle, and then guess who's there for the Cavaliers? Number 17, senior captain, Rachel Hyde. She plays another one up, and it's tipped by Baird, but Hyde comes out with it. She'll try to ball up. Good challenge by Baird, making it difficult, and she overshoots her player to Kenyon. Kenyon just works the ball outside, tries to keep it in with, that looks like Kierstead, but it goes out of bounds. Zoe Raby in there now marking and playing defense. She tries to stop the Cavaliers. They push it in, but Tucker just picks it up calmly. She'll punt this one out. Gets around Cavaliers. Baird is there. Oh, we're going to have maybe a card here. That was a pretty good forearm, if not an elbow, by number 17. And both players are going to get a talking to. And the call is going to go actually against the Raiders. Call against the Raiders, and Hyde will put it in. Kenyon is right there to send it back. Shoot now. Shoot with the little outside move. She gets a little help from Sebo. Sebo, good recovery by Maddie Sebo, and keeps the ball in bounds and plays it to her teammate to play it up. What a great textbook play by senior defender, number 3, Miley Sebo. Excuse me if I said Maddie. I apologize to both of the Sebo girls. I got a little carried away because it was such a great play. Good positioning by Miley Sebo. Good recovery. She was beat at first and then recovered and just literally swiped the ball away from Schude, who had a good pace going, and then kept the ball, walked it along the sideline, and then had the wherewithal to turn, rotate her hips, and get it up the field to a teammate. And now we're back in play through the middle here. Good ball by Zoe Raby. Good cut in by Shoot. Shoot goes to the left foot. Takes a shot. Off the hands. Raiders are there. Off the deflection. Larson came through, but that time the 7th grader Bella Oberlo held her ground and was up to the task and collected the ball in the air, punts it up high. It's going to go to number 18, sophomore Katzenstein. Kenyon keeps it out. Dorman had it, but a hard touch. Brings it back up. Kenyon is right there. Hoffman gave chase. Now Dorman's on the ball. Dorman with a little touch up the side. Who's there? That's Larson running it down. St. Thomas More has to play it. They play it up. Nice job there, but it goes out of bounds eventually. Good effort, though, by numbers 10, and I can't see the other number over on the far side. 8. So your two defensive starters, Schur and Hayes over there, did a nice job to try to keep that from a corner. They did. They tried to keep it up the line away from the goal. It just ran out of space. Raiders repossess here. Lehman, a little touch up, and the Raiders, Baird had a chance at it, but Miley Sebo comes through for the Cavaliers and tries to clear it, but Vienna Reagan is there. She gives a little shake and bake move, but she'll end up going back to Pottle. Pottle will cut it back over to Lehman, a little too tight on the cut, but Pottle's there to recover and pushes it upfield. Lester will intercept the ball, challenged by a host of Raiders. Lehman to Amara Reagan. She's got a little space to Vienna Reagan. Puts it back out to Kierstad. Kierstad with a nice little ball, but intercepted by number 11. That's Brianna Solano for the Cavaliers. 16 minutes to go to this one. 7 for the Raiders, 1 for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers' lone goal came off of a penalty kick take by number 20, sophomore Cadence Lester. Good strike in the 32nd minute. That took away the clean sheet for the Raiders, and since then it's been all Raiders as they responded in that same minute to score. Now Larson breaks free. Larson will cut back. Good defense. Larson, maybe that one little extra touch to try to get the ball on her right foot. And number 8, Maddie Hayes, the 8th grade defender, was there to knock the ball away, but the Raiders will stay in the Cavalier half. And change of possession through the midfield there. Good hustle by Vienna Reagan. Now Amora Reagan tracks back with Kierstad, and good communication with Kenyon, and they'll regroup as Lehman drops back now. Pottle sitting back a little bit deeper than the rest. Free safety mode. Good ball to the outside. That's a nicely weighted ball to Baird. From Shoot. Baird, though, just a hard touch as she tries to get on her left foot, and then desperately tried to strike it towards the goal as it's going out of bounds, and just couldn't do it. Good effort, and sometimes when you're moving that fast, when you take a peek, get your head up to see the field, sometimes the ball isn't where you thought it was going to be. No one's kicked out by Hyde, and Lehman knocks it out of bounds. Throw to Sebo, Miley Sebo, and the Cavaliers. So as we get a ball in play here on the far side of the field away from the camera, the Raiders will regain possession. Reagan to Reagan. Vienna Reagan now. She looks to go back all the way to Kenyon. Kenyon to Pottle. Pottle. Good touch there by Baird, I believe, and she'll push it back. Pottle, Kenyon. Thinking about Lehman, and now the ball's tight. She does go to Lehman, marked by Usera. She's knocked down, no call, but the Raiders win the throw, and Lehman gets up and dusts off. See if she gives one of her Herculean throws here. She's pretty good. Oh, nope, she goes short. She went short to Raby. Cavaliers looked like they had something there, but closed down by the Raiders. And now Shoot with the good turn on Hyde and a good turn on Sebo. And she'll put it across the middle, but right there is Cavaliers, and they'll draw the ball up the right side. It's going to be too heavy, although number 4, sophomore Ellen Palmer, gives chase. But Podell played her off the ball nicely there. Tucker will go short. Pottle rushes in and then gets it out Lehman, but the touch was just out of bounds as Lehman was marked by Usera. Usera with the throw. Raby right there turns, good job. Shoot with the good cut. Tries to go inside to Reagan, but cut off there. Lester tried to get in a position to shoot. Gets it over to Usera. Usera marked by 2. Shoot with the good turn. Lehman there with Baird. Baird tries to go give and go, but thinks better of it and then goes over the top. Larson's running on, and Larson is going to get a turn on it, but it's going to be out of bounds for a corner kick off of number 8, Maddie Hayes. 11 to go in this one. Host of Raiders come in now as Coach Usera and Coach English kind of want to go to the bench and make sure everybody gets rested that needs rest and give some quality minutes to Raider players. That one's sent in off of Reagan. Well hit by Shoot with the left foot to bend that in. Now Lehman has a look but wants to go back out. Amara Reagan now sends it all the way back to Pottle, and Cavaliers give chase, and the Raiders with the nice little turn on the outside by Kierstad gets the ball even out wide to Larson. Larson will turn and put it in, and running on was Vienna Reagan, and just wide to the near side of the camera here, just wide. A nice run there. A nice ball put in by the Raiders, and Vienna Reagan was there. Just that touch. Tough touch. Not quite a half volley, but pretty close. Far angle. I couldn't quite see with this perspective, but great try. And she'll be right there to get the ball, and she'll work towards goal again. A nice little outlet pass to Shoot right back into the middle. Host of players there. Ball squirts out, and Usera plays it on the sideline and out of bounds. 9.5 to go in this one. Excuse me. Raiders 7, Cavaliers 1. Another shout out to the very fast learning production crew here tonight from Stevens Sports Network. And a shout out to Mr. Karn, who helped organize this, and shout out to the teacher who's helped also round up some of these students, Mrs. Jennifer Dame. And now the Raiders have a PK. Over the ball is going to be Vienna Reagan, number 12. She approaches and goes opposite from the turn. She gave a little turn of her hips to the goalie's right, her left, and then just opened them up to the left side of the goalie and just drove it low and hard into the back of the net. Raiders 8, Cavaliers 1. And we're going to say, because the clock isn't on, that's going to be like the 72nd, 73rd minute. There's a drive. Tucker's right there. Hoffman got some space there and said, hey, why not? I'm going to throw it towards frame, and she did. But Tucker was right on it. Nice head up there by number 35, I believe. Or 25, Annie Beckman. Annie Beckman, number 25, as we get some binoculars on that. Yep. Good give and go. Hoffman and Lester. Hoffman going to try to get a turn on Amara Reagan. Over the ball. Little Rose Lavelle, but Amara Reagan holds her ground, doesn't get fooled, and dispossesses Hoffman. And a good little give and go between Beckman and Shoot. But Hyde will come out of there and grab it. Zoe Raby pushes it outside and back to the middle to Zoe. Zoe will go up to Beckman. Beckman turns, tried to go to Shoot, but stymied there by the Cavalier defender. That is number 10, one of the captains, senior, Aaliyah Schur. Little nutmeg on side. Good ball in. Oh, and hit up, but out. This perspective made it look like it was going right over the goal, but it came back towards the west side of the field. So I will hold off on the O's until I know it's where I thought it was. So we're going to mark on our sheet a goal for Vienna Reagan, 73rd minute. The clock was off, so we're going to guesstimate on that one just to get it in the books. Again, my score sheet is not official. Good work on the side by Kierstedt. She'll hustle the throw, slips out of her hands, and kind of takes a weird. She's looking at her hand, and must have been still some moisture there. And the Raiders get a laugh and sent up by Kenyon. Emma Kenyon doing a nice job. Little two-player game here between Hoffman and Palmer, but the Raiders momentarily gain the possession back, and now Lester sends it up, and Lehman will let it go out of bounds, and she'll be there for the throw. Another good throw down the line by Meredith Lehman. Hoffman. Good turn. She'll try to shoot it, but right there, timing it perfectly, was Amara Reagan. That's good marking right there. Beckman tries to play it over to Shoot, but gives it up to Lester. Let's see if she can get something on it. She makes a good move. Another good move. Hoffman lines up, takes one, but goes out of bounds. And senior goalkeeper. Oh, no, it looks like we have a new keeper in. It's number 39, 8th grader, Tori Reuter, in for the Raiders. So with the sun coming and the lights coming off of that, could not see, but now I see 39 on there. So welcome to the game. 8th grade goalkeeper, Tori Reuter for the Raiders. And I'll have to credit her for one of the other saves I called as well. Lehman drives it down the line. Nice throw right to Beckman. Nope, that was Shoot. Raby giving chase. There's some space. Going to wind up. Pottle hits it up. Hoffman's there. Goal! Pottle tried to clear it, went straight up, and the hustling Hoffman, who just, her motor has not stopped, is there with a good header. That header had not only a good target, but it had good force on it and beats the keeper, Reuter. And in the 77th minute, a well-earned hustle goal by sophomore number 1, Faith Hoffman, who has been all over the pitch. She's a fun player to watch, and that persistence paid off there, though. Handball as the ball came up as she was trying to move without it. Quick retake by Reagan, Lehman, Kenyon. Pushed up. There's a Raider down, no call. Kierstead working back. Kenyon will come up, challenge. Good challenge, no call. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be for the Cavaliers. Kenyon was the last to touch that off of her challenge. With 2 minutes to go, Stevens Raiders 8, St. Thomas Cavaliers 2. Raiders have gone to their bench. Here comes Hoffman out of there. Pottle this time holds her ground and pushes the ball up. Beckman is there for some pressure. She pressures Hyde, but gets the ball over to Lester. Lester will get the ball wide, but too wide, out of bounds, as the on-running 8th grader Holly Solano just ran out of real estate, couldn't get there. Time of the throw, about 1:20 to go. Raiders retreat, recover. Amara Reagan just clears it. Hyde puts it up in the air. Challenge by Beckman. Annie Beckman, the senior, really hustling out there. It was brought out by Schur nicely, but the Raiders were there. And Hoffman tries to flick on a header. Sends it back. Kenyon just sends it up, not taking a chance. And then Larson gets on the end of it, and she'll put it towards the middle. But 2 Cavs are there. She'll continue to hustle, eventually knocked out for it's a Raider corner, I believe. That'll be number 8 for the Raiders. And over the ball for the Raiders is going to be Larson, number 32. She drives it in high towards the back of the net. Oh, towards the back post, not the net. Running on was number 22, Zoe Raby. And that was pretty close with 10 seconds to go here. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and that's going to do it. Your Stevens Raiders girls soccer team coming into this one number 1 in the standings for Class AA will now improve to 10-0-1, and your Cavaliers will go to 5-4. The Raiders are back on the pitch next, 9:23. Versus Central. And their senior night for the Raiders will be 3 nights later, a 9:26 versus Douglas is your senior night. So one more time, if you're looking to follow the Raiders, they're back in action on the pitch at home on the 23rd. A double dip versus the Rapid City Central Cobblers for the girls. That'll be a good rematch. And on September 26th, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., with senior night being between games, your Raiders will host the Douglas Patriots. Thank you for following Raiders Athletics. Subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv. We'll be right back after we set for the boys. We'll see you in a sec.